Testing. Okay, this is working. Yay. I don't know. I think it was because I unplugged my microphone and then I don't know where I can fix the settings on the sound. So, okay, so here we go. This is in honor of our veterans. Oh, wait. I'll wait a minute because, oh, wait, no, yay. Okay, so I am in honor of the veterans. So, Casey, I know you are a veteran, right? Okay, so Gwen's father was in the Army. My son was in the Army. My father was in the National Guard. He was not when I was, it was before I was born. He was in the National Guard, but he is buried in the cemetery for veterans, which is really cool. And you can go there and it's very, really special for the veterans. And they did a really special funeral for him. I was really surprised. My father didn't really make a big deal out of, being in the National Guard. He was actually drafted to go to Vietnam, but he never had to go, which was a blessing. But he didn't really make a huge deal about it. But when they had his funeral, it was amazing. And it was because of his being veterans that they, folded the flag and just made it really special. Jason Creek, my dad was in the Air Force. Awesome. Yeah, my brother was in the Air Force as well. My father also rests in a military cemetery. Oh, awesome, Danny. So we have a lot of military represented here. So whenever they started canceling stuff, I'm like, how can you cancel Memorial Day? Like, I'm sure I saw something this morning that our town was putting something like on Facebook and stuff. And I'm sure they'll find ways to remember. We're going to drive up to my dad's place. I got mail with my last name spelled Creek all the time. Yeah. Well, we read fast. Everybody's right. I'm going to unplug this. This is plugged in because I'm using this for my classes. My maternal grandfather was in World War I. He joined at 17. Wow. Wow. He was a farrier, tended horses. Wow. That is amazing. You don't realize all the different little things that people do. It's not just all about fighting, but it's supporting those who are in harm's way. So here we go. Here they come, to meet our thunder, and a voice deeper than dawn. Down we dive, starting our plane from under, off with one terrible roar. Dim and thin, we're down and blazing, nothing stops the U.S. Air Force. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battle in the air, on land, and sea. First to fight for rights and freedom, then to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines.
Woo! And I'm over here, I'm reading your comments while I'm playing it, and I'm just like getting all teary. We still have the best country. We need to keep it that way. So we need to pray. Pray for our country. Pray for those in authority. Yeah. I just love it because I've played this, like I said. I have a good friend. My friend that I'm going to interview on Tuesday, she couldn't do it last Tuesday. She got me into it. Her husband's relatives started this band years ago. And I did not play in it last year, but yeah, I was thinking about them because they're going to get together, or they're not going to get together this year. Every year, it's like older people that some of the people have played in the military. The man who directs it played in the military. There are a lot of retired people, like all ages, all retired people down to, kids that play in their schools. So it was a town band, and we got together and we would play a lot of patriotic songs, and then during the summer we would play just really oldies, really fun. Not like a modern band, but like a really classic old songs band, like Singing in the Rain and just really old songs. And so it was a lot of fun. And my friend got me into it. She actually was in the Army when she was really young, when she first started out. So she joined the Army, and she is an amazing, amazing person. So she got me into the band, and I was doing it with her every year. And I didn't do it last year. I didn't play in the band. Sometimes if I couldn't play in the band for the whole summer, I would at least play for Memorial Day. And it was a tradition for many years. So yeah, so I hope that we all can remember our country. Of course, we are all like in lockdown, so we're all thinking about our country and praying for our country and things that are going on right now, that we can, kind of circle our wagons and not give up on our own country. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you. I don't know if Danny, you heard, yeah, I did read in the other video the memory for the person that is missing, and that I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll put like underneath the first video, put a link to this video. If anybody, I don't know how that'll work out, but 2 videos in one day. So anyway, so thank you guys for coming, and thank you for the thumbs up. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about, the patriotic thing. And then I wanted to talk about my classes, which we talked about. And I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about the stuff here to hardwire your iPad. No, I want to make a video, but it's going to be kind of hard to make a video because there's a lot of little things to do about it. There are people on the We Are Frozen. Really? You are frozen? Oh no, I am not frozen. Interesting. Okay. 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 Now I'm frozen. Okay. Okay. So it's going to be hard to make the video. I'm going to have to like put it in steps, but the actual program is so awesome. I just wanted to show you. So I am using my iPad and I'm hooking it up to my computer and cam twist as a way to put it onto my class. So I can put the square for the reward and then I can switch it back from, and you may have seen that how people do that with Google Slides. But with the Stars to Apple app, the only thing I don't really like is that you can it's really easy, Kelly, to hire. It's the easiest thing ever because if you hardwire it to your iPad, then you can put your iPad on the side and you can click on and off the reward on the side. And you can put Cam Twist in your computer. And the only thing is you have to sign into Cam Twist first and then you put it onto your computer. And I'm pretty sure you can do ManyCam also. Yeah. I'm hardwiring my computer. Oh, yeah, I don't hardwire it into the internet. I just wire it to my iPad. I don't put it. I've never hardwired into the internet. So okay, you're interested in Cam Twist. So Cam Twist is free. You just load it onto your computer. And then the trick to Cam Twist using it with VIPKid is that you have to go to your computer, turn on Cam Twist, and do your settings, and then turn on VIPKid. And what I do is, like right now, I'm using my computer for other things. So when I'm ready to just set it up for classes, I'll set it all up, shut the top. Don't cancel off everything. Just shut my top. And then when I pull it up to do classes, everything will be right there. Because sometimes right before classes, it's hard to get all the steps in, like when you're new. Okay. So when you do the apples to apples, now if I load it onto my phone and then I load it onto the iPad, it's not going to work. The rewards will be on one device or the other. So if you want it on both devices, you have to download both rewards onto both devices. So what you need for Stars to Apples is you need the Apple, and then you have to join the Facebook group. And Danny, if you don't want to join the Facebook group, I could probably give you the girls' email to send you the sheets. There is a sheets list of rewards. So if you click on that, there are hundreds of rewards that you can choose from. And you have to download whichever ones you really like. And there's make a scene, there's all kinds of different ones. So you do need that in order to add to your Apples, Stars to Apples app. I gotta find it now. I had it on the last page. I don't know how it got moved. So I'm going to find my Apple. There are some things that, oh, there it is. It is on the last page. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to click on my Apple. And today I used the soccer reward. This is my soccer reward. And I went like this. Okay, so this one keeps them open. So you could use it like this very easily. And you can press clear. Let's see, reset. So you go back to the numbers. So you could press reset every time, or you could just keep it open and then the kid can see all the different ones as you go along. Okay, these are really cute. I use this for like 3 of the kids today. So you press reset and you're back. Now, one thing that I really like that is amazing is on the bottom you can have the stars. This will give you all the rewards that you have right now on your phone available or iPad. This will give you props. So you can do props. I did some of these. They're kind of like flashcards, and you can add your own props, whatever props you want. And then you have a students tab, I'm going to go to the last one, and I alphabetize them. So it says each classroom, and then so I put all the A's, all the B's, all the C's. So I'm just entering my students. I will enter my students as I go along. So I started entering the students. So once I have repeat students, I won't have to keep entering the student. I can just press on their name. So like say I'm going to have Cece tonight, I can just press on her name and there she is. I can also put a picture in there, which I haven't done yet. But this is what's really fun is you can write, here's your schedule. And you can put in your schedule for the day. So for today, I had Bobby, and there's his reward. Okay. And then I'm going to go to done. And then I had Yu, and there's his reward. Yu is a little guy, and we made a monster today. So, and this one had hands, and he's doing say hi to China, dance. So we did wave, dance, twist. So we did this like 2 times. So that was Yu. And then I'm going to go back to Max, and he did the soccer one again. So that's really cool is you can go to your student and you can add in props as well as a reward. So you just click on their name and you get the reward ready. And so what I do is I wire it to my computer and I have it sitting right next to me. I chose Manicam since I have a PC since VIPKID offers a discount for the studio version. Yeah. Do you prefer stars to apples or Google Slides? Right now I'm loving stars to apples. It's different in some ways, but I was thinking I probably could hook up my iPad and use Google Slides also. And it's similar in a lot of ways, but another fun thing about the stars to apples, I have never made a Google Slides reward. And where's my phone? Ew. I have never made a Google Slides reward, but I made one and I'm going to show it to you. Stars to Apple reward. I have to find my phone. Where did it go? Oh, I'm sitting on it. I have never, so I have never made a Google Slides reward, but I made a Stars to Apple reward and I want to show it to you. I made these rewards and for my older student that is doing the last unit, which is countries, and she is doing Japan. So I found this scene, and then you can add in really pretty dresses. So there's different ladies with dresses. I'm sure you could do this with Google Slides also. So I can make them smaller, or I can like just clear it and just do one at a time. So I did this for Japan, and I also did it for India. And then these are like all by categories. And I'm going to turn it this way. This is for India. That is the, what is it called? The car in India. So I know you can do this with Manicam also. So there's one of the girls with a pretty dress. I remember I told you I just took pictures of the girl with the pretty dresses and I showed them on my phone. And so now I just made it into a reward. That looks pretty. I taught a Japan lesson the other day, and then we went out and got sushi for the first time, eating out in like 70 days. Yeah. So, so making rewards is fun. I really like these that slide on, and here you can even double them. Another really fun thing about the Stars to Apples, if you can get it hooked up into your computer, you also have access right in the corner. If you have it hooked up into your computer and you have the square available, you can press this button right here and you have a whiteboard. So you have a whiteboard right on your computer right there available. So you can do anything like your drawings or whatever, and you can press clear. You can also get different colors, and you can draw pictures and everything. It's really cool. So I just think it's really amazing. And so that's really cool. That's right up in the corner. You can press on that anytime you want. You can clear it off. You can go up here and you can press on rewards if you're doing, or props. Like say you just talked about cow, you can pull one up real quick and then you can go right back to your reward. So I just do that all within the box. Oh, I took Japanese in high school in Hawaii. Wow. I'm Hawaiian teacher. Kumu is Kumu. Awesome. Wow. Yeah. And is our dream trip. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Have you done the Japan? I think one of the lessons is all like tsunamis and the volcano and earthquakes. And then it says, do you want to go to Japan? It's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to go to Japan either if all I talked about was the tsunamis and the earthquakes and all that stuff. So in Hawaiian, I am not Hawaiian except in my heart. Yeah. I've never been to Hawaii. I would love to go to Hawaii. Yeah. Casey, you said you lived in Japan, and I took Japanese in college. Oh, yeah. I heard you mentioning that. I listened to your interview with William yesterday. So I heard you talking all about that. Yeah. My kids always say no to that question too. Cindy, is that one of the free talk classes with the earthquakes and tsunamis? I don't think so. I think it's the level 6. Is it level 6 or level 5 where you're almost done with the unit? Probably level 5, because I don't think she's moving up to level 7. So it's the end of level 5. And it's the last subject of level 5. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I just really, really like this. I'm really loving it. I don't know why, but I've been trying to do Google Slides. Now, the way I had it before is I had my computer. I have a 13-inch computer, and then I was trying to fit my Google Slides on it, my Cam Twist screen, and my VIP Kid lesson all on the same screen, which is doable, and I have done it. But when I saw the video about how I can hook up my iPad and I can hook that into Cam Twist, something in me just clicked, and I just realized how easy it is. And like the dresses reward, I made that on my phone. And when I was traveling, I had to go drive my daughter around somewhere. And my husband, actually, I picked him up from work. And then while he was driving, I made up the Japanese reward. And so it was just a lot of fun. It's something you can do instead of playing a game on your phone, right? You can go ahead and just make up a reward. And I really felt I had checked Google Slides. I had checked the Stars to Apples, and there weren't any like types of rewards like that. And when I put it onto the Facebook group, everybody said they liked them. So it looked like it was something that nobody else had done. So, and it looked like the Stars to Apples group was kind of like, kind of like really not hopping too much. And so I think by coming in and asking questions and being really excited about it has kind of stirred up the pot a little bit. And maybe it'll help them out. More people will get the app. Because when I first heard about it, I heard people say it wasn't really much to it, and it's not that great. It costs $9.99 to get from the Apple Store, and people weren't that excited about it, but they didn't know all that you can do with it. And it was just the basics. Like when you get the app from the App Store, you're going to get a few basic things. And you're going to be like, I paid $10 for that. But then when you go to the group and then you realize, okay, I'm going to download this spreadsheet, and I'm going to have access to hundreds of rewards, then things are going to change. Now we're mowing lawn out here, so you might hear the sounds of spring and lawn mowing. So I need to use Google Slides to extend my upper level. So if you create a Google Slides on your computer, it shows up on the app on your phone. Okay, so I don't really have Google Slides on my computer. Usually what you do is you will, let me think. Yes. Okay, Google Slides goes through your Chrome browser. So once you have Google Slides, you have it in your drive. So what you do is I have to go, I'll watch later. Okay, so what you'll do is you can go to Google Slides and you will have it. Like I have Google Slides on my phone and I have it on my computer, but when it's on your phone, you're going to get this Slide Kick app that will help you get into it on your phone. And you're also going to get a Google Slides. It's kind of a thing. You have to have a companion thing with it that hooks it to the drive. And you have to go to the Google Slides group and you have to follow all the directions. Now, Danny, if you're not doing Facebook, then they probably have a way to email you the information. So probably watch one of the videos, maybe by Morgan. What's her name? The girl that does it. I know Amy Morganson. I know her personally from the weight loss group and Cam Twist. And then there's Megan Locke. She's the one that does it. So you could probably get an email from her, but the Slide Kick app is here and you need that, and you can look up rewards on that. And you kind of have to follow all the directions. They have the stars, you press on that, and then you can go to, the thing I like about this is you can look up rewards. So say I'm doing Japan, I can type that in the search, and then I can look for any rewards that have to do with Japan. So let's see. So all rewards that have to do with Japan will be in a list and that kind of thing. But then when you finally get it, you're going to have to go to your Slides app. And this has all of my different rewards from Google Slides in it. And you have to do it this way. So I probably could do it on my iPad as well, the same way through Cam Twist. I just didn't do it that way. I just got into the stars to apples, and I just really like how you can put the student on in a list, and then you can press on it. You could do the whiteboard. I used it today, and it went really, really well. So my email is my first and my last name. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'll check out YouTube Teacher Samantha. Feel free to join the Google Slides Facebook group. Yeah, so Danny doesn't do Facebook, so that's the glitch with her. Suggestions for declining 4th of July. Starlight books for 4 classes in a row. 3 are great, but the 4th class is 4th of July. Should I just decline? And in the reasoning, explain why. Oh, I see. They probably would know why. They know it's our holiday. That all the holidays are written on our calendar. I imagine the holidays are written on their calendar. I have taught 4th of July before because I'm done early enough. So I think last year I might not have just done the last 2 or something like that. So that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and make a video. I have pieces of it, then I just have to put it together. Yeah, that's true. I don't know how that works. So I wanted to just talk to you about, since we are doing this lockdown, that honestly, I feel that there are a lot, it's really hard, but on the other hand, it does help us to get into the simple life. Like, more people are gardening, more people are um, doing simple things. And I think that's actually not bad. I think that maybe a lot of our commercialized living has been hurting us. And I think in some ways this can bring out the best in us and bring us back to simple life. And maybe even financially, we can say, hey, I don't need all this extra stuff, even though it's not really, there's nothing we can do about it. But the one thing I don't want is, I've seen some things that talk about the forced immunizations for the sake of everyone. And I have a really good video that I watched. Yeah, I think social distancing is good in a lot of ways. We do need to be careful that we're kind and that we're careful to still love people. And where I live, we're called Yankees, and we are very, like, it's easy to not talk to people. We can be kind of rude to each other. And, I think that there needs to be a balance, that we don't treat each other like we have the plague, but that we, yeah, it's okay to be simple. And like, way back when my grandfather, um, he grew up in a family of 10 kids, and they lived in the woods, and it was very difficult life. But when he had his own family, he had a mobile home, he had land, and he was very private. And he had friends in his business, but yet when he was home, he was home. And so, he had a garden, he took care of his family, he lived, he paid for everything that he had. He didn't like get credit on anything. He would go out, buy a truck for cash, and if he couldn't afford it, he didn't buy it. He didn't have a lot of extras. And I think those things are good. Danny has a Disney World. I heard that the Disney in China was opening up. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to do stuff to get it going, maybe a little different, and maybe that some things they won't do the same at Disney, but I'm sure they want to open it up and get things moving along. I hope things are better by then. I'm hoping they're better by the time the kids go to school. Now, my family is planning to drive down to Georgia in August, and we're still planning on doing that. That means my daughter will be driving. We will be driving a van. We'll just have to be really careful about, like, just eating from the car, buy food, eat it in the car, no sitting down at restaurants. And when we get there, we're going to rent an Airbnb. And so it will be just our family, which isn't a guarantee either, because everybody works and everybody has different groups of people they're around. But we'll see what happens. It seems that many students are getting sick. Oh, really? Students are getting sick? I thought kids didn't get this virus. The thing about it is, the doctors say that because we have been isolating ourselves and we're not around people, that when we do get around people, we are going to get sick. We are going to catch germs. And so that is known. If you take 95, stop by me and visit me. Oh, okay. I'll have to make a list of people on the way. That would be awesome. I have to ask my husband we have gone so many different ways. I don't know which way we're going to end up going, but We are going to be going to Virginia to visit my sister-in-law. So I don't know what route that is. I think she's in the west side. I could come up. Oh, awesome. Yeah. I have met people from the internet before, so I'm not afraid to meet you guys. That is awesome. Yeah, my friend Meredith, who's not here right now, I was supposed to meet her at Journey, and she hopefully is going to go see Casey. I think she said in June. She said she would do an interview with me. I'm still waiting, but she does B&M, and she's kind of wrapping things up. So, yeah, it's so exciting. Yeah, I can't wait until we can do a Journey. I hope it's not too far up in the future. Yeah, so we need to build up our immune systems and expect that we will get sick. My kids have not been sick at all ever since the lockdown. I think my son, my youngest, said he had a stomach ache yesterday, but I'm not sure what that was all about. But they have not been sick, and my grandkids haven't been sick. I'm about 2 minutes behind the video feed. Oh, interesting. Sorry. We just have to protect the vulnerable, right? I am in the tail end of the virus. It was brutal. Oh, really? You got it? Well, yeah, my daughter in Georgia, it looks like some of her peeps in her little world have tested positive. So I'm going to be praying for them for the next 2 weeks. But she works at a hospital, so it's sort of inevitable for her to get it. But just pray that they get through it. I would love to know how you went. Minnesota, right? Minnesota, okay. So I have known a few people in my area that have gotten it and got over it, and yes, they said it was horrible. So, but there are other people that have gotten it, and it probably depends on a lot of things as far as how hard it gets. So yeah, these are my lilacs. We went out for a walk. And this is where the simple life, right? You can stop hours. Sometimes I'm so busy this time of year, I drive by and I go, oh, the buds are coming out. And then they bloom. And then I never got to stop and just smell them. And I picked these. I don't have a purple lilac bush in my house. I'm going to look up how to transplant them because I would like to go. There's a house that is totally ruined and nobody lives there. And years ago, I picked flowers off of a bush there and somebody yelled at me, but there's nobody there to yell at me. So I think I could probably go and harvest some shoots off of that lilac bush. It's like lines the road for quite a ways. And so I want some. Yeah. Oh, wow. The toughest illness. I'm so glad you're doing better. Yikes. Okay, so yeah, and also since I'm talking about the simple life and nature, I wanted to show you my chickens. These are my chickens, and they are so cute. They're getting bigger, and they are. I wanted to try and get the sound up so you can hear them. They're getting big. They're not obviously a full size to laying eggs yet, but they were so cute when some of them were poking their heads out the door and some of them were walking around. So that was a lot of fun. And then I went in my yard and I realized that I had some blueberry bushes. So these are blueberries. Blueberries will be ready to pick in July. So I might get a few blueberries. Usually the blueberries are near. Oh, garden update. Yeah, my garden is not doing really well. I do have some things planted. I planted all my sunflowers. I planted some cucumber plants. I have a few that I still need to plant, and I have a couple tomato plants. but I wanted to get a few more, and I want to get some flowers to put around the yard as well. And so, yeah. So I just really love lilacs, and I also have different flowers coming up. But I just really appreciate you guys and your inspiration, during this time, to not sit back and just be depressed, but to have things to do. Now, my daughter that I'm watching her kids, she also got chickens. Her husband built a chicken coop. She planted a garden, and she's doing really well. In her situation, she lives a little bit more close quarters, and so it's harder. And her state has pretty much mandated masks, which she's not happy about. So it's nice to come out and I would rather be out in the country, take a walk in the country, than go to the town and have to wear a mask. So it's just weird. I just don't like it. So one of my students today said that he went back to school, but he did have to wear a mask. So he didn't seem too thrilled about it. But hopefully this won't be too long, and we just keep praying for our country and praying for each other, and just keep our hopes up and keep our spirits up. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to close off now and get back to real life. And thank you so much for coming, and thank you all for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I'll try to get a garden video out soon. Thank you so much, Danny, for all of your videos and your awesome skills to share with us. And thank you for watching. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. And you're always really good about making sure that you honor the veterans whenever you can and thank people for their service. So we'll keep doing that. Goodbye. Thank you, Casey. Have a great day. Goodbye, Gwen. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for coming. Goodbye, Luann. We'll see you around. Have a great weekend.